Tyler Ramos.
Here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll, hey. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know, yeah. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah. On a roll, here we go, here we go. Here we go.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Frankie Candles live stream every single weekday right here at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right after ATB. Shout out to the Candle Mafia. Thank you so much for everybody tuned in right now. We're starting off the day with 160 people live in chat. Shout out to each and every single one of you. I appreciate you guys more than you could possibly imagine. And good God, do we have a good show for you tonight. We're going to be taking a look at Bitcoin. We're taking a look at the altcoins. I'm going to let you know what levels I am watching to potentially get into some trades. And I'm going to try to break down just generally my thoughts on the market. Are we going up? Are we going down? And if you guys saw the morning show today, you might have a little bit of a sneak peek of what I'm thinking and kind of where my line in the sand is for me to flip bullish, or I'm sorry, flip bearish. And if you watch the channel often, you will know, you probably won't be too surprised by what that line in the sand is. But if you have not already, guys, make sure you smash that like button. If we get, why can't I talk today? For every 100 likes we get, you guys get a spin on the wheel of pain and pleasure. And we are now giving away crypto, taking a break from the NFTs, and we're going to start giving away some crypto. This week, I believe it was XRP that we gave away, and we will be switching it up. We'll be taking polls from here, from time and again, to figure out what coin you guys want to get. But this week was XRP, maybe this week ADA, maybe this week Ethereum, who knows? But guys, before we jump right into the charts, I just want to say what's up to chat, and shout out to Tom Crown. Tom Crown is in chat, guys, who said... somebody said something hilarious. Someone was like, guys, we got Tom Crown in the chat. We are, oh, here, Tom Crown, ladies and gentlemen. We have true royalty among us. LFG TC. If you don't know, that stands for Tom Crown. Shout out to Tom. Thank you for being here. And thank you to the rest of our amazing mods who helped me out so much. I do appreciate you guys. But let's see who is in chat today before we jump right into the charts. We got Crypto Degen, who's asking, who is Tyler Ramos? Shout out to you, Crypto Degen. I appreciate you. Tyler Ramos said, I am. You guys kill me. Crypto Pollo, what is going on? Thank you for being here, bro. I appreciate you. You're always in here almost every single day. I appreciate it. I appreciate all the support, bro. Thank you so much. Taylor, what is going on, Taylor? Tyler Ramos says, show BNB. Maybe we will show BNB. What is going on? Quentin Fox, what is going on? Bitcoin or die. Brad Gabriel, as always. Oh, yeah, you guys were talking about Nextel. Who had a Nextel? In chat, let me know who had a Nextel. I think you guys might have already said that. But yeah, I was a big Nextel guy. Those things were indestructible and also walkie-talkies. So that's pretty cool. It was like one of my first cell phones was a Nextel. Pretty funny. But yeah, shout out to whoever brought up the Nextels, and shout out to Brad. Anthony said, guys, we got Tony Soprano in the chat. Show him some love, says LFG LFG. Dave Digital, what is going on? Let's see. Kenny Mack, what is going on? Gaztop, as always, happy to see you here, bro. Let's see. CD, what is going on? Dennis, how are we doing? Crypto Sauce, what's going on? Thank you for being here. Nate, Quantum Divergence, as always, thank you so much for always showing so much support. I see the crowns in chat. Let's go. Shout out to Nate. Let's see. Unforgettable name, as always. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for being here. Crypto Sammy, what is going on? Chirp, chirp. Shout out to Bitcoin or die. Daniel, what is going on? And let's get a couple more here. Leroy Jenkins, Ryan Mack, Tim Shea, Prison Lunch Lady, what is going on? And we got one more. Sniper's Nightmare. Smash those likes, says Sniper's Nightmare. He also says hashtag OtterGang. Let's go. Shout out to you guys. Thank you all for tuning in. And without further ado, guys, I don't want to waste too much time here because we do have a lot to look at on the charts. And we're going to break it down. I'm going to let you know what I think. Are we going up? Are we going down? Is there a direction that we could even go? Or are we just going to continue to, as Tom Crown says, watch this paint dry? Shout out to Tom Crown. But guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into the charts. Let's see. Frankie, I still got my Nextel phone, no lie. Crypto Pollo, but is it the phone you use, or do you just have it on your shelf somewhere? Let me know, because if you are still using your Nextel, actually using it to make calls, that is impressive. Is there anyone on the other end of the walkie-talkie anymore, or are you just endlessly sending smoke signals to nobody? Just waiting for that response that will never come. Let me know, dude. Shout out to you, brother. Thank you for being here. But, guys, we have a lot to look at today. So I want to start off here on the weekly time frame. Here we go. Let's turn off our TA, and I kind of just want to break down. Also, guys, real quick, before we jump in, I do just want to warn. I am going to be doing a short show tonight. It is officially Mrs. Candle's actual birthday, not her birthday weekend, but it is her actual weekend. So I did tell her that I would get some dinner with her. So yeah, I will be doing. I mean, we'll see. I always say we're gonna hop off early, but we gotta hop off early for Mrs. Candle. So mods, if you could just let me know when we hit that hour mark, I would greatly appreciate it. But just a heads up for everybody, I'm gonna give you guys my quick thoughts. We're gonna go over everything, and then I'm gonna hop out of here and take Mrs. Candles to get some dinner. But yeah, happy birthday to Mrs. Candles. I know you guys were shouting her out on Friday when she was in chat, and she definitely felt the love. But with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and check on the weekly chart. Now, obviously, guys, we have been looking at the weekly time frame for quite some time, looking at this big momentum wave with your higher low on your momentum wave. This typically does show momentum moving to the upside. And you will know, I believe we were printing a red dot on the weekly, which we are no longer doing. It is now the green dot is there, red dot has disappeared, and you can see that VWAP has taken a step off of the zero line. We were coming down towards that zero line, getting that VWAP flop on the weekly time frame, but it's actually corrected and come back to the upside, lifting straight up. So that is a decent sign. That is a let's see. She should. Tim says she should celebrate her birthday when the markets are closed. Just saying. He said happy birthday though. Savage. All right, so continuing on here. Yeah, that VWAP is looking a little bit better on the weekly time frame, guys. So it is looking pretty good. There are some things still pointing to the upside here. And I'm just going to turn on Market Cipher A here just so we can keep an eye on it. We also lost our third yellow X that was printing on the weekly time frame, which is also a bullish sign. Now, your 6-day has also is also kind of getting some support there on that zero line, not printing that red dot. Again, you have your low and your higher low and your momentum wave showing your momentum is going to the upside as you were getting lower lows on your price. So this is another bullish sign on the 6-day. So the weekly and the 6-day do tend to be potentially pointing to some upside coming here in the near future. However, these time frames do take a little bit of time to play out. Now, your 5-day is still printing that red dot, which is more of a bearish sign with that yellow X. We did not get this to disappear on the 5-day. So if there was a little bit of a caveat to any of these bullish signals, it would be this 5-day yellow X. Now, if this plays out in a big way, you could see this last one did bring us down 41%. Now, if this brought us down another 41%, where would that bring us price-wise? It would bring us just about to that 12K mark. A little bit interesting how these things always bring us down to these levels that we're already watching, right? So it would bring it down right to about 12K, which, as you guys know, if we wind up making these lower lows, the main area I would be looking at would be between 14 and 12K. So if we get this 5-day yellow X to play out to another 41%, not saying it has to just because this one did, but if it did, it would coincidentally bring us down to that 12K mark, which is already a point of interest. But with that being said, that's basically your bear case here would be that 5-day yellow X. Moving on to your 4-day, you did confirm the 4-day yellow X. Kind of the same deal there as the 5-day yellow X. However, if you look at Market Cipher B, you got the VWAP flip, right? We printed that red dot, confirmed it, and then we popped right back up, and we are now printing a green dot, which is a pretty good sign. Still kind of holds true to a potential move to the upside with your momentum moving to the upside as well as your price making lower lows. However, you do want to be careful just because of that yellow X, but definitely a decent sign that that red X got absolutely invalidated by the next green dot. So again, not looking too bad. And then your 3-day, same thing, green dot printing on your 3-day. So you got a 4-day green dot, a 3-day green dot, and not only that, but guys, I looked at this on the morning stream. The 2-day actually looks pretty bullish as far as Market Cipher B goes, right? We had a money flow crossover into the green with the money flow as well. At the same time, we got that VWAP crossover above that 0 line, and now we are printing a green dot here with the money flow crossover. Actually looks pretty decent, right? And you also have the lower lows on your price with the higher lows on your momentum, right? Giving you that divergence, typically giving you a big move to the upside. So that 2-day does actually look pretty good. So 4-day, 3-day, and 2-day green dot, and the 2-day has the money flow crossover, looking pretty decent here. Now, on your daily time frame, you do have your confirmed green dot here. Confirmed green dot here, you can see you came down, almost printed that red dot, but got a big bounce off of that 0 line. VWAP coming straight up. And then also big news here on the daily is your money flow curving back to the upside. So this actually doesn't look too bad as well. So I would say, again, as we've been talking about in the recent past, right? The higher daily time frames, other than the yellow X that we just looked at, are looking pretty good and like they could be pointing to a potential move to the upside. You want to remember that yellow X on the 5-day is still printing and that 4-day is confirmed. But other than that, the higher time frames look good all the way down until the daily, especially with that money flow coming back up on the daily. Now let's look at some of these lower time frames for our money flow. Now your VWAP is coming to the downside, indicating a potential move down in the short term. Not indicative of, a panic or anything like that, but you could just get a small move to the downside, a little retracement. But your money flow is looking good, getting pretty close to that 0 line. Your 2-hour money flow crossed over into the green just briefly before coming back down into the red. But we could easily see this kind of come up, back down, and then back up into the green. But, nonetheless, pretty decent sign that money flow is generally coming to the upside. I would watch that money flow crossover very quickly, hoping that it would turn right around back into the green. 1-hour money flow is now healthily in that green, which is looking pretty good. Now, let's go down to the lower time frames and see what kind of story is being told. Now, lower time frames, your 5-minute money flow kind of binging and bonging over here as we continue sideways. Now, a lot of people ask me, what to make of a mixed up money flow, right? If it's coming up and down and up and down, and a lot of times it does indicate sideways movement. You can see you were in the green, in the red, in the green, and now you're in the green again, and you're just kind of bing bonging sideways. So that's typically what what that could indicate when you see indecisive money flow. It could indicate that you are just going to continue sideways here, but your 10-minute is generally coming out. However, you did just print a nice little trigger wave on that 10-minute. Could give you a short-term move to the upside, but generally your money flow is coming to the outside. I almost said mother flow. I almost said your mother flow is coming to the outside. So I don't know what that means. But you got to watch the mother flow, guys. Even over the money flow, you want to watch that mother flow. But anyway, I'll let you guys define mother flow in the chat. Watching the paint dry. Tom Crown, as Tom Crown was saying, just watching that paint dry. I mean, you'll see when we zoom out a little bit, you'll see price really hasn't really done anything that exciting. But with that being said, continuing on here, your 12-minute money flow is coming to the downside, printing a red dot here as your money flow is coming out. 15-minute money flow coming to the downside as well. So this actual bear div, this bearish divergence here with your higher high, and then your high and lower high, this actually may have been a decent short entry. Now, you could have made a decent profit off of the spillage right here. However, because you have money flow coming out on the lower time frames as well as your 4-hour looking to print that red dot, you could potentially come down a little bit more here just in the short term. So that could have been a decent short position to take there based off of that bearish divergence. But with that being said, guys, basic takeaways here, higher time frames do seem to potentially be still pointing to the upside. Now, as soon as that gets invalidated and these time frames turn around, I will be the first to let you know. But right now, they do seem to be pointing still to the upside. Frankie, this is a family channel. Thank you for the reminder. Tyler Durden, I do appreciate that. But yeah, with that being said, the higher time frames could be showing some momentum to the upside. However, we want to keep an eye on that yellow X and monitor it very, very closely, but I still would be leaning a little bit more bullish just because of how those lower time frames look, especially with the 4-hour money flow looking to cross over here somewhat soon, as well as your 2-day money flow looking pretty beautiful, right? This is pretty nice, right? You're getting nice curvature, or not, I wouldn't call this nice curvature, but you're getting, generally your momentum waves are moving to the upside and your money flow is moving to the upside, and you also have those other higher daily time frames, setting up with some bullish setups as well. So with that being said, let's go ahead and turn on our TA here and look at some levels I am watching. Let's just get rid of, let me just get rid of some of these lines here. And okay, so basically, guys, what we're looking at, as you can see, I mean, this is about as sideways as it gets, right? Like, there really isn't even any binging and bonging going on here. Kind of just sliding through, right? No bing bong, just straight sideways. No up and down and sideways, just sideways. So, pretty uneventful price action here. Obviously, we did get a little pump and then a little dump, some scammy price action here. But then we caught right back above this level here and took a ride to the upside, riding up almost perfectly to our gold box here. Didn't quite make it there, but we might actually break out and get there right now with the breakout right here. But with that being said, guys, the main levels I am looking at is going to be this gold box right here. Obviously, it is our point of control coming in at about 19,771. Every time we come up here, we either hop up, get some, try to get some support, but we typically do see some strong resistance here. So the key levels I am watching right now are the bottom of this gold box coming in at about 19,700, and then your POC, which is the top of the gold box, coming in at 19,771. And if we can get above this level, above this POC, get some support, and continue to the upside, this is where things start to get pretty interesting, because if we can work our way back up to this bigger gold box and we can get through this spider line, hop on the spider line, find support, and then get a bigger move into this bigger gold box, we could come and test the key resistance of about 20,400, in which case, if we break through, we do have some low volume gaps all the way up to about 20,800. So if we get a continued move to the upside, guys, The major level I would look to get above and flip to support would be the point of control at 19,771, in which case we could start to expect price to move higher into that bigger gold box, and the top end of that being about 20,400, in which case, hopefully, we can finally break out of and move our way through this low volume gap to about 20,800, and potentially start working our way back up to the higher ends of this range that we've been trading in forever. We've been trading in this range for actually forever. So we could start working our way up there, start testing these levels, potentially get back up to this local golden pocket, coming in at about, 22.7. And in the most bullish scenario, guys, I would look to come up and test the highs of this range, right? We talked about this on the stream on Friday, I believe. Let me go ahead and turn off Market Cipher A. Now, if we talked about this on Friday, right? We are essentially just in a big range, right? This is a big sideways range. Obviously, you have some lows down here, then you have some lows up here, right? And then you have some lows over here. So you want to break it up, right? But this is generally the big macro range that we've been in, in the long term, right? Peaking out all the way over here at about 25K. Now, this would be the ultimate target for a big move to the upside that we were just talking about. We obviously have some levels in the way to get there, but the idea is that if we can work our way back to this high of the range at about 20,400, break through there, we do have that low volume gap up to about 20,008. And then once we break through there, that's when we can start to look to revisit these highs over here at about, about 22.7. And then by that point, you're not that far away from these highs at about 25K. And then that is where all bets are, everything gets really exciting there, because then you are tapping on that low volume gap that you guys know. If you remember, if you've been watching this channel, you know we have a big low volume gap up to about 28 to 30K. You will know, obviously, this big drop down, this quick drop down right here indicates that we can pull up that VPVR as well, which I have moved to the right side of my screen so you guys can see it better. But there you go. There is that big volume gap right here that I'm talking about. And, eventually, once we get back up to this level here at about 25K, once you break really any higher than we came right here, that's where you could potentially get that big quick move up to about 28 to 30K. And this is the price. This is those prices that everybody's been calling for. Everybody's been waiting for price to finally get somewhat of a breakout up to these levels. Obviously, we're kind of far away from that now, which brings us to our next point, which is we are at the lows of the range, guys. Shorting at this point, shorting at support like this would be a bad idea. I talk about this a lot recently because everybody wants to know the best place to get into a trade, right? All I'm going to say is just remember that these are the lows of the range. Low, 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 lows. These are lows. These are lows. Even here, you're still pretty close to that low, right? So you don't want to just be shorting this thing down to zero because you're right. You're sitting right on that key level of support that we do not want to break. And that key level of support is the value area low at 18,825. Now, that does remain my key level, guys. Once we break this level, I'm remaining bullish. I am remaining bullish until we come all the way down, break through all these levels, and come back down to the value area low. And we've been talking about this for weeks. Hey, what's going on, Jacko24? Thank you for being here, man. But we talk about this every time we break down. If we break down, bearishly retest, and decisively lose this level, this is where I start looking at lower levels, closer to our 786 fib level down here at about 17.6 or 17.5, right? These are the levels I'm watching, and that is the major level I'm waiting to lose. And every time we lose it, guys, we get saved, right? We come down, we can't bring any volume in, and we get snapped right back into the value area. So we're looking for a breakdown, a bearish retest, and then another breakdown that doesn't get sucked back into the value area. So until we break these lows at 18,825, bearishly retest, and get sucked out of the value area, and we don't get snapped right back in like we have countless other times, times. We lost it here, sucked right back in. Lost it here, sucked right back in. Lost it here, sucked in. Lost it here, sucked in, right? Because that's what you expect with a volume profile, right? If you lose these levels and if you come out of the value area and you don't bring in any new volume, you're expecting to get sucked back into the value area, which is how, and most likely, you are not only going to get sucked into the value area, but you're going to get sucked towards that POC, which you can see happen perfectly right here. You came out, didn't bring any volume in, you get sucked back into the value area, more specifically, right to the point of control before losing it, and then coming back down to the lows of the range, and then finding support and coming right back up towards that POC. So with that being said, that is the line in the sand for me, guys, is that value area low. If we lose that decisively, that's where I flip bearish. But until we break that, I am going to be looking at upwards price action. Now, with that being said, what are these other things that I am looking at to try to gauge how I am feeling about this market, right? It's the higher time frames. If those higher time frames start to flip around, that's where I really start to worry. And if those time frames start to flip around, chances are we are going to be losing this level, in which case I will change my sentiment and start looking for shorts and big shorts, right? Big shorts down potentially to those new lows at between about 10 to 12K. So with that being said, if we hold within the value area, I will continue to look upwards towards that point of control, and we will be looking to flip that to support to get a bigger move into our second gold box, again, between about 20,001, 20,002, all the way up to 20,400. That'll be our next area to tackle if we continue to the upside. Shout out to Matt S. Thank you for the $2 super chat. I do appreciate you, bro. Says, thank you for the sauce. Mind reviewing DOT when you can. Absolutely. We're going to take a look at the altcoins in just a second here, and we'll cover DOT for you. No problem. Also, shout out to Tony D. I did see that super chat. Tony D says, happy B-Days. Happy B-Days. Happy B-Day to Mrs. Candles. Shout out to Mrs. Candles. It's her birthday if you're just tuning in. Show her some love in chat. Let's see. Bada boom, bada boom. Let's see. Shout out to Ant Arts NFTs. Thank you for being here. What's up, CandleMafia? Hey, Frankie. What's going on, Ant Arts? Thank you for being here. Let's see. Dave Digital with the wrench. Dave, are you a mod now, or I don't know? That something looks weird about that wrench, man. Shout out to you, bro. Let's see. 250K by Wednesday. That is a bold claim. You guys are funny. All right, we're going to move on here, guys. Before we take a step forward, I'm just going to go ahead and crack a fresh can of that Aztecian and Cactus Moss water that keeps me going all night long. Oh, yeah, there it is. Nice and fresh and organic and good for the skin. All right, let's see. We are pinging the right butt cheek. Painting the right butt cheek. Let's see. See who else we got before we jump right back in. Let's see. Knock, knock, knocking on support's floor. I like that. Shout out to Dave Digital. We got 608 people in here, guys. Don't forget to smash that like button if you want to win some free crypto on Friday. Every 100 likes we get, you guys get a spin on that wheel. And you guys know this wheel just likes to give everything away. So smash that like button if you have not already. I didn't see. I forgot. I can't find who said it, but somebody said this YouTuber. Well, this sounds like a title. This YouTuber will start crying tomorrow when we hit 13K. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. I didn't catch your name when I saw it, but I won't be crying tears of happiness because I will be shorting it to the floor, but I don't know if we're going to hit 13K like tomorrow. If we do hit it. I don't think it's going to happen by tomorrow, but if it does, you are right. I will be crying, but they will be tears of happiness because CandleMafia will be shorting that thing down to the ground. Joker O Crypto, thank you for the super chat. Says, bruh, do me and Mrs. Candles have October 14th birthdays? No, she is October 17th. Unfortunately. But yeah, pretty close. Pretty dang close. But with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and hop back into the charts and continue on here with our analysis. I do just want to bring up the SPY real quick. Holding support, guys, finally getting a nice little bounce here, starting to stall out here just a little bit, but we are not breaking our important level of support that we've been watching for so long here. I mean, how long have we been expecting this price? I mean, I think we were up here is probably, I mean, we've been looking at this level for, yeah, quite a long time here, and we have not, we broke it a couple times. This is similar to the 18,825 level on Bitcoin, but we are getting a nice little bounce here. Hopefully, we could continue up. Coming up to the 4-hour, money flow is coming up as well. And you did get this beautiful 4-hour bullish divergence, which is how you could have seen this pump coming. You have a low, a higher low, and then a low and a lower low, which gave you that bullish divergence, and now you are coming up. But money flow is coming up on the 4-hour, which is a pretty good sign. Coming over to the daily, this is where things look a little bit more bearish. Your money flow has crossed over into the red, but you did get that daily bull div with your lower lows on price, higher lows on your momentum waves, which did give you that move up. Now, looking at your weekly, we were looking at this morning on Ben's show. You can see that we still have our weekly bullish divergence in play here. Now, obviously, this money flow crossed over into the red is a pretty bearish sign. However, if we can confirm this bull div and that VWAP is continuing up towards that zero line, we can get that green dot, print that bullish divergence, I think a big bounce would be likely here for the SPY. Now, it doesn't mean that we can't go lower, but it would definitely warrant at least a little bit of a move to the upside. And also, you want to see that you do have somewhat of a bullish candle here with that long wick to the downside, showing that the bears tried to come in and crush the price down before the bulls came right back in and ate it all up, creating this somewhat of a bullish hammer candle. So that is looking pretty good as well. Joker Crypto, thank you for the $5 super chat, says, well, tell her happy birthday. Halloween birthdays are the best. Absolutely. I like Halloween. And on Halloween, guys, we will do, hopefully we could do a special show, and we'll decorate the set. We'll get the cobwebs out. We'll get the Halloween costume out. What should Frankie Candles be for Halloween? Let me know in the chat, guys. I will come on stream in a costume. Let me know what you want me to dress up as. Let me know in the chat right now, actually. And maybe we'll make a Discord channel for it, because I want you guys to pick my birthday present. I want you guys to pick my Halloween costume. Should I be just a big green candle? Like, I feel like I should just be a big green candle. Either that, or maybe I should be, yeah, I don't know. Should I be a 100 and then put an X at the end and be 100X leverage? I don't know. Let me know in a calf. I'm going to be a baby cow. That's an amazing idea. A candle or a cow. I love that. Scream, okay. Dress in drag. Just come on here full wig and everything. That would be funny. Let's see. Frankie, let's get 30K subs. Remember the days of 200. Cobra Kai, what is going on? Thank you for being here, bro. Good to see you in here. Yes, we are on our way to 30K, guys. Absolutely insane. We need like 100 more subscribers. So if you're watching this right now and you're not subscribed, go ahead and click that subscribe button. Let's see if we can hit 30K by the end of the stream. I'm sure there is a lot of people that watch that aren't necessarily subscribed. A giant calf, a big leg. Yeah, okay. Maybe I'll be just a baby cow that will represent the calves. Or maybe I'll just wear jeans with calf holes cut out of the back of the jeans. Maybe that would be, maybe that's a good costume. Hey, Frankie, what are your personal top 5 alts for this bull run? Shout out to Wes G. Thank you for being here, man, and thank you for that question. A very good question. Illuminati done got Frankie. Oh, no, the Illuminati is after me. But top 5 altcoins, XRP, Ethereum, Polkadot, Near, HBAR, Algorand. That's 6. I don't know if I could pick a top 5. That's 6. That's some of my favorites right there. But we are going to be coming out, I believe next week, guys, is going to be the week where we come out with our videos talking about top altcoins that I am investing in, why I like the projects, what the charts look like, and then at the end of the video, I think we will set up some DCA bots for these coins. So stay tuned. We will be answering all those questions starting next week. They are going to be some super dress up as short hair Jesus. I love it. Flying spaghetti monster. I love it. Give the stream a like, peeps. Yeah, smash that like button. Hey, Synergy said it. No, not me, guys. Synergy said it. Shout out to Synergy. Yeah, Matic is another one, guys. We're going to break it all down in the videos, but there are 5 or 6 coins that I really like. Matic you can throw in there as well. Yeah, those are some of the good ones. We're going to go in depth. And Tony D says, thanks for the super chat, bro. He says, hey, big shout out to Cobra Kai. Cobra Kai, it's been a minute. Yeah, Cobra, we are super happy to have you in here. Shout out to Lane Hughes. I see you, bro. Thank you for being in here, man. Yeah, Cobra, it's been a while, man. Thanks for being back here. Thanks for being back here. We missed you, bro. But continuing on here, look at that, Cobra. It's like you never left, man. But let's see. Continuing on here, again, with the weekly bullish divergence on the SPY, that could also be pointing to the upside. And this is kind of what we were talking about. Dress up like Vitalik. Just put a sock in my pants. And you could be the patient with fake. Oh, God. Brian D said Mrs. Candles can be a doctor, and you could be a patient with a fake butt sticking out of the gown. I love that. Dress up as Richard Hart. I'd have to get like $1 million watch. Yeah, this one's not $1 million, but hey. But yeah. Hey, what's up, Portugal? What's going on? Nuna, thank you for being here all the way from Portugal. Got 607 people in here, guys. Don't forget to smash that like button. Going for 450 likes. If we get 450, I'll spin the wheel. I will spin the wheel 10 times for you guys. Add LDO to your bag. Okay. Ada is so slow. Okay. But yeah, continuing on here, guys, kind of what we were talking about yesterday was weekly on the SPY could be setting up for a bull div. The weekly bull div on Bitcoin is looking pretty good. The higher daily time frames on Bitcoin is looking pretty good. The 2-day on Bitcoin is looking pretty good. And even the daily with the money flow coming up is looking pretty good. And then we looked over at the DXY, which is the next thing we're going to take a look at here. And you can see over here on the DXY, excuse me. Okay, there we go. Over here, we just continue to put in bearish divergences in on the DXY. This has got to come down, even if it's just a little correction. This has got to come down a little bit at some point before it continues forward. Now, can we just launch up out of nowhere? Absolutely. But this actually looks pretty bearish. You have money flow starting to leak out here on the weekly. You have your momentum waves coming strictly or generally coming to the downside with your money flow rolling off and your higher highs being made on your price action. This is generally pretty bearish, right? So you have the high time frames on the DXY looking pretty bearish. You have the high time frames on Bitcoin looking somewhat bullish. And then you have the weekly time frame, which is a high time frame on the SPY, looking bearish with the money flow, but it does look like that bull div could give us at least a bounce to the upside. So essentially what I'm expecting here, guys, for Bitcoin, right? Because we talk about the nitty gritty. We talk about the scalp trades. We talk about where you can make a quick buck, where you can get in, where you can get out, grab your money, and get on with your day. But just to kind of point out my general thoughts, right? If we get these higher time frames to play out, they could easily give us a move to the upside. I am thinking, if not a move back up to that about $22,000 range, that would be a big level we need to break. So maybe we get a bounce like this, right? If we could get back up to the top of this range, this would be that strong level. This is where I'm really starting to pay attention. That's where it becomes a nail biter, right? Because we know if we break this, it's going to be a quick shot up to about 30K. And once we get here, that's where I'm looking for extreme short positions, or we're assessing the situation to see if we can get a bullish continuation and long it for that breakout, for that quick violent move up to about 28 to 30K. Now, I know a lot of people are saying, are we getting lower lows? Are we going to get high? Are we going to come up higher? Now, I think a lot of people might hear me say that the higher time frames look bullish, and I'm calling the bottom, and I think we're going to 100K. I am not, just to be clear, even if these higher time frames play out in a super bullish manner, I am not expecting price to just go up like that. That is not likely what is going to happen, right? You want to understand that we are still in a general range, right? It's still down here in that range. So right now, when we come to the top of the range, we're looking to come all the way down. When we come to the bottom of the range, we're looking to come all the way up. That is why I'm not getting very bearish until we break these lows down here at about 18,825. And then once we break that and bearishly retest, that is where I'm expecting to come down for that next leg, right? But because we are at the bottom of this range, again, let me just grab a box just to kind of break it down simply. Grab a rectangle, right? This is our range. You come to the bottom of the range, you come to the top. You come to the top, you come to the bottom. You come to the bottom, now we're looking to get a move to the top, and the higher time frames are potentially pointing for a move that way. So again, we looked at the levels. There are obviously many levels in between here and here that are going to give us some turbulence, right? But in general, on a longer term time frame, minus the daily ups and downs, we are eventually looking to potentially move up to the top of this range. And then once we break that range, we could potentially get that move up to 28 or 30K. Now, another thing to keep an eye on would be this trend line, this macro trend line coming in about right here. It's basically our macro downtrend that we've been rejecting off of since the bear market started. And where does that resistance come in? Let's see, right? Say we move up something like this. Let's just say, right, we kind of bing bong around. It's not going to go straight up, right? So we'll probably likely maybe get a little pump and then come down and then another pump and another pump, right? Now, what price is this? This is coming in at about 25K. So if we were to respect this trend line, it would make sense for us to get a move up to about here before potentially rolling back over and getting a bigger move to the downside, right? Now, if the levels do change, if we come off logarithmic, and then you can see if you change it to off of logarithmic, if you switch your chart off of logarithmic, you can see that we've actually broken out of this long-term downtrend and actually started to retest this trend line as support. But we do have this secondary trend line. Let me come into a little bit of a better time frame here. We now do have this secondary trend line here between these highs. I'm actually just going to drag this all the way over here. And you can see we are actually stuck in this downward trend here. So this could be another level to break. But I just wanted to show you the confluence there, right? If we go back on log, actually, let me just do this. Fix it. Come on. Boom. Oh, whoops. There we go. Boom. Right? I just wanted to show you that confluence does happen to stay true, right? We come up to the top of the box. We'd be hitting the top of the range as well as the top of this trend line. So that might be a likely place to roll back over and take a big move to the downside, which is where I will be looking for shorts. But there are some other reasons why we could potentially get that move up to about 28 to 30K. I do believe there is a naked point of control right at that level as well. So it would make sense for price to come over and sweep that level before rolling back over to the downside. So just remember that. So I'm not just calling for a random bull run out of nowhere and we're going to all-time highs. I do think, whether we come down for those lower lows or not, I do think we could get that move up. But, don't forget, if you get up to 28 to 30K, people will, once you start breaking once you break 25, they will be coming out of the woodwork saying the bull run is back on. This is the super cycle we've been waiting for. We're going to 250K by tomorrow. So just be careful. That is not what I am calling for. If we do get a move up to that level, I would be very cautious of a rollover to the downside. However, when we get there, we will reassess the situation. If we get to this level and price starts fighting and things are looking bullish and it looks like we can get another break, maybe to 40 or 50K, then we will reassess the situation and call for those numbers. But as of right now, I'm looking to let's get above 20K, right? And then let's beat 22K. And then let's fight our way up to about 25K. And then let's start looking upwards, right? But right now, you guys have the immediate local levels. But just on a more zoomed out macro view, that is what I'm expecting. I'm not expecting a bull run. I'm looking for some sort of retrace and a potential move back down to the downside, whether that's to new lower lows or maybe we come back up here and we just come back to kind of range around a little bit. That's a whole nother thing to look at. And we're going to have to let some time pass before we can actually start looking at that situation. But I am not looking for all-time highs. I'm looking for a retest of some higher levels as resistance before rolling over to the downside. So with that being said, guys, I think it is time. Oh, Lane Hughes, you're out. See you later, guys. Just can't do it today. Lane, I hope you feel better, man. I don't know what's going on, but we're here for you, bro. If you need anything, just reach out, bro. I got you. We love you, Lane. Whatever you're going through, bro, we got you. But with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and move on. If you guys want to see any altcoins, go ahead and throw it in the chat. And just to start us off here, shout out to Tom Crown, Litecoin Summit 2022. Let's go. Well, with that being said, let's just go ahead and take a look at Litecoin for Mr. Tom Crown. Let's go. Let's see. Tom Crown loves Litecoin. Let's go, bro. Shout out to you. We're not going to look at the futures contracts. Let's see. Let's look at. Boom. There we go. All right, boom. All right, who we got? Link, H bar, XRP, LD, Crypto Pollo. We got you, bro. I got you, homie. Let's see. 15-minute warning. Thank you, Crypto Anon. You're the man. Thank you so much. Oh no, the horrors. Shout out to Tom Crown, guys. Meeting up with Sin City there. Ooh, looking to have Sin City on the stream here somewhat soon, guys. Thank you, Anon. I appreciate you. Let's see. Let's go, guys. What's up? Getting in here. What's going on? What is going on? Nate, thank you for being here, bro. I appreciate you. With yeah, Dave Digital says, Frank, you can leave. We got it, bro. We got you. P.S. I've copied this message. I'm ready to spam. Shout out to Dave Digital. Shout out to Crazy Eye. Thank you for being here. What's up, fam? Can you check out Ren? Yes, we can check that out for you. Thank you for the super chat, my friend. Jimmy with a stimmy in chat. What is going on, man? What's up, Frankie? Can you check GRT? Yes. Yes, we will hopefully. Yeah, hopefully we can mark these out and just knock them all off the list here. But let's see. Let's take a look at Litecoin just for Tom Crown here. He didn't ask for it, but he's in chat, so we got to take a look at Litecoin. All right, let's see. Let's take a look at the weekly for Litecoin. Similar setup to Bitcoin as far as market cipher B goes with the momentum waves. You have your lows with your higher lows showing you that momentum is moving to the upside. So likely that we could get a move to the upside somewhat soon here. VWAP moving closer towards that zero line, looking to print a green dot. Moving on, let's look at our 6-day. Same story being told on the 6th day. No yellow X's or anything like that. You have Blood Diamond confirmed on your 4-day, but that looks like it could have played out. Money flow could look prettier on that 4-day. However, again, the main thing I'm looking at here is that that anchor wave with this higher low here pointing to the upside for your momentum doesn't look too bad. Checking that 2-day did get your money flow crossover into the green, similar to Bitcoin, starting to come out a little bit, but that VWAP is coming up. So once you print a green dot here again, could drag you a little higher into the green on that wave or on that money flow wave. Looking at your daily time frame, money flow coming up, very similar to Bitcoin. Doesn't look too bad. Printing a green dot here as well. So this could bring you up a bit in the short term. I'm going to go ahead and pull some volume on this little range here. Now, a lot of people ask me where I pull my ranges from or where I pull my fixed range volume profiles from, and that's simply just on sideways ranges, right? So you can see like maybe this one I would pull, maybe from here or even here. I just try to get it on a sideways range. That is not what I wanted. So yeah, so right here, I'm seeing a sideways range here, right? You have some lows, right? You have your highs, lows, right? So that is basically where and now there's many different ways you could pull these, you could pull it from date ranges. It's all, you could do it in a million different ways, but for me, I just find a nice sideways range where I see levels are being respected, and then I see where the volume's being traded, right? So for here, we are on the daily time frame, getting that green dot. Now, where could you expect this green dot to potentially take you? Well, because you've gotten down to your value area low right here, you found support on your value area low, and now you're getting a move to the upside. We would be expecting, just based off the volume profiles, for price to make a move up to this point of control at about 53.47. So next stop for Litecoin for me would be this level here at about 53.47. Boom, right there. Let me mark it out. Come on, baby. Come on, keyboard. Work. You got it. Boom, there it is. Okay, and then I'm going to mark out this value area high, and then this value area low, and then I'm going to go ahead and fix this one so it's actually on the right level. Boom, right? So you have your value area low, your value area high, and your point of control. That point of control is going to be the first stop for me just because of that green day daily dot. That daily green dot could easily bring us to that POC, and it's likely just because we're finding support on that VAL, the next stop will be that POC, and until we lose that VAL, we will be expecting a ride to that POC even if it's not a pretty ride. Now, with that being said, let's continue down the time frames here. Take a look at that 4-hour, and that 4-hour money flow is looking similar to Bitcoin for a crossover into the green. Again, VWAP coming down, so maybe a little bit of a short-term cool-off before maybe you come up, make a higher low, right? You have a low here, make a higher low there, and come down, make a higher low before you get a ride up to your POC right about there. But with the 4-hour money flow coming up, it does still look pretty decent. And then moving on here, your 1 hour healthily in the green here with your money flow. I also would watch for a potential bear div to form here on the 1 hour. If you're looking to trade Litecoin, here is something you can keep an eye out for a potential scalp position, right? If this 1 hour brings you up, right? Say maybe this 1 hour brings you up something like this and makes a higher high before starting to roll over, you could potentially put in, you might have your momentum wave do something like this where it comes up and makes a lower high, and then you will have your bearish divergence, and you can scalp that down for a quick gain. And if by the time this rolls over and starts printing a red dot, your 4 hour will probably be printing a red dot as well, and might be a good place to look for a little scalp position. So there is a little freebie there for you guys if you're watching Litecoin. Now again, I'm not saying it's going to dump down to zero based off of this, but you might get a nice little 1 hour bear div forming here if you make a higher high here and a lower high here, and it might make for a decent little scalp trade. And then you do have a decent level right here with this local point of control, you know, potentially depending on how high you come up, right? Say you come up to about here before rolling over, right? And you start creating that bearish divergence. A good target for that to take profit might be a retest of that point of control coming in right here at about 51.69. So there's a little sauce on Litecoin for you. Again, there's some levels to watch, and kind of what I'm expecting looks pretty similar to Bitcoin. Let's see. Bada boom, bada bing, bada boom. Bada boom. Okay. ETH. Yeah, we can take a look at ETH. No problem. Frankie, please say you'll do e-gold, but I don't want you to. You say yes to all. Chris, no problem, bro. Yeah, I try to cover as many as I can. We are definitely hopping off early, a little bit early, just because of Mrs. Candle's birthday. Gotta show love. She waits for me every single night on these late night streams. So I told her, I said, hey, I got to hang out with the Candle Mafia, but we'll end a little early so I can take you out to eat, or, you know, at least maybe I'll cook her some sauce. Maybe she'll get some homemade sauce. Yeah, I will try to take a look at eGold as well as hopefully as many as I can get to. We did have a super chat for REN. So let's go ahead and take a look at that, and then we will start looking at some more. Okay, let's go ahead and see on the daily. Money flow looking to cross over into the green on REN. Look at that. That's about as close as it gets, guys. Looking for that crossover into the green. Not a bad look if you're asking me. No bull div on the daily, but that money flow does look pretty good. Looking at your weekly, weekly is in the same, basically the same situation as Bitcoin. Your 5-day is printing a red dot. So that would be your bearish case, similar to Bitcoin. Looking to print a green dot on your 3-day and your 4-day, just lagging a little bit behind Bitcoin. So it is lagging behind Bitcoin, but does look somewhat similar. Let's continue on here. Again, daily not looking too bad. Let's check that 4-hour. 4-hour, again, is looking a little somewhat similar to Bitcoin. You are printing a red dot here, though. So likely you will get a little cool off here in the short term. So yeah, keep an eye on that, but your money flow is generally coming up, so you might just cool off before continuing higher. Take a look at that 2-day. Money flow in the green. You did get a nice little bear div here on the 2-hour, which brought you down just a little bit, but that VWAP is coming back up. Money flow in the green. This is looking pretty similar to Bitcoin, if we're being honest, but you can see here we are coming up to a value area high, which is going to act as strong resistance. And then let's mark out our POC and our value area low. And then let's see. Yeah, so Let me hide this VPVR real quick, and then let's go ahead and take a look here. So, yeah, nice little bear div there. Wouldn't have been a bad position to take. It does look like it could just get stepped on a little bit here as you continue higher. But just remember, if you come out of this level of about 12 cents, you will be out of the value area. And if you don't bring any new volume in on your profile, you could wind up getting sucked back into that value area. But this is our next level of major resistance. So with that 2-hour green dot, let's see if we can push through this resistance level, but definitely going to be strong. If you get a strong rejection and you see this 2-hour bear div start to really play out, a main level that I would watch would be about 0.1135, right? 11 cents. That would be a decent spot to look for a pullback. And then I would also watch this local golden pocket at about 0.1153 for a potential pullback. So yeah, I would just watch that major resistance there. And then lower time frames, it is coming out on the 12-minute money flow. Generally kind of coming, kind of indecisive there on the 15-minute. And then your 5-minute was in the red. Now it's back in the green. So we'll see what happens. But I would watch that 2-hour green dot to print for a potential move to the upside. But what you want to realize is even if you get a move up, that 2-hour is pretty overbought at that point. And your 4-hour is pretty overbought as well. Now you're not getting that bearish divergence, but that red dot on the 4-hour could easily bring you down a little bit. And then again, the levels I would watch would be that local golden pocket as well as that POC. All right, so moving on, let's go ahead and see what else we can. Let's see what else we can get on here. Biomex says, "Do you have time to listen to me whine about nothing and everything all at once? Sometimes I go long on XRP. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on melt on me, all keeps adding up, think I'll stop, lost it." Is that a song? Are we singing Green Day parody? I was going to say. I was like, I have a feeling we're singing a song here. Shout out to you, Biomax. Thank you for being here, bro. Hey, Cobra Cry, thank you for coming back, bro. He says, peace, familia, and mods. Always a pleasure. Thank you for being here, bro. We appreciate you. We'll see you next time. Thank you for coming through, bro. All right, let's go ahead and move on. Shout out to the dad. Thank you for being here, bro. You guys are the best. Who saw Ben's tweet? I thought this was so funny. Ben tweeted out, I don't know if it was the other day or maybe today. I used to work at Party City, and I was 22, and my boss called me into my office. Do you have the time? Shout out to Tom Crown. But yeah, he was saying he worked at Party City, and his boss called him into his office and said that he didn't think that he was fit to get Halloween costumes for customers. And then it said, "Look at me now, Greg. Look at me now." And I said, I bet Greg doesn't own any Bitcoin, but Crypto Anon, I liked your response. That was pretty funny, bro. But yeah, I thought that was pretty funny, and I actually had the exact same job when I was younger, just going in the back and getting Halloween costumes for customers. God, what a nightmare. What a horrible job. But anyway, thank you, T-minus 5 minutes, Crypto Anon. You are on point. Thank you so much. Getting to be about that time. Shout out to Tyler Durden, also on point. Yeah, shout out to you, man. Happy wife. Yeah, don't worry about us. Happy wife, happy life. Shout out to Tom. Okay. I'm going to continue on here. E-Gold, I know that was one everybody wanted to see. I'm going to go fly through this real quick. Let's see. Your 4-hour. Let's see. Your daily. Money flow coming up on the daily for the most part. However, the only thing I don't like here, or the only thing I would watch here, guys, the only thing I would really watch here is that potential bear div on the daily time frame, right? If we come up and make a higher high here, and this momentum wave rolls over like this, we would have a pretty nasty, maybe not pretty nasty, but you'd have a somewhat of bearish divergence here on the daily time frame. It's not happening quite yet. It's not happening quite yet, but I would keep an eye on it, especially if you're looking to get into longs. I'd watch that daily bear div, because if that forms, it's likely that you would get a decent move to the downside, because that last daily bear div that you printed was technically right here, and that was the start of a massive downtrend. So just be ready for that. I would keep an eye on that. And then let's move on here. Let's look at the 8-hour finding support on that zero line, but doesn't look super. I got laid off from my sales job. I want to thank my ex-boss. His His ineptitude pushed me to this career. Yes. Shout out to Tom Crown. Listen, sometimes you need a horrible boss to push you to chase your dreams. That's just sometimes how it works, guys. Shout out to Tom. Eric, if you're out there. Shout out to Tom Crown. Dude, you got me dying over here. I love that. That emoji kills me every time. It's so offensive. Shout out to you, man. But yeah, that is one. I will watch that bear div. Your 8 hour probably going to cool off here at some point soon. Let's continue on here. 4 hour. Your 4 hour also looking to potentially put in a bear div here as you roll over. Money flow is coming back up, but nothing really too exciting there. Your 2 hour money flow not looking as healthy. I would watch for the bear divs. Watch for this to come up a little higher and then look for these lower highs. I'm seeing a lot of opportunity for these momentum waves to make lower highs and a lot of opportunity to make higher highs on price. So I would just watch those bear divs because they play out. This wasn't even, oh, this was not a bear div. Okay, yeah. Your last real bear div was right here, so that did play out. But let's check those lower time frames. Your 10-minute starting to roll off with your money flow, 12-minute kind of neutral there, and then your 15-minute is generally coming out. And again, you are potentially going to put in a bear div here on the 15-minute. So I would watch out for those bear divs. They are looking like they want to form on multiple time frames. And then, yeah, but your money flow on the daily doesn't look horrible. Your 2-day actually has that money flow crossover into the green, so that doesn't look horrible either. I would just watch out for those bear divs. So I hope that helps you out. And then let's see. Taking a look at AR. Let's see. Yeah, Airweave. I think that's what this is. Looks like a KuCoin. Gonna run through this one pretty quickly here. Your 2-day, looking for that money flow crossover like many other things. Your daily money flow coming up, VWAP coming down. Your 4 hour bear div, here it is, right? Confirmed about 4 hours ago, or about 3 hours ago. You did, yeah, these are pretty nasty bear divs. Let's pull up our VPVR and see if we could find any key levels. And there it is, right? You can see this is probably going to adjust a little bit, but we do have a point of control here. This is very important because if you do actually confirm these bearish divergences, this could be a, this could be, let me get that level back. Boom. Okay, yeah, so here it is, right? You are putting in, again, not saying it's dumping down to zero, but you have your higher highs on price. You have your clear lower highs on your momentum waves right here. Boom, 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 bing, bing, bang, boom, bing, bing, bang, bang, bing, right? This is most likely going to give you somewhat of a move to the downside. If you lose this level, it is a key level, and you are likely to come down a good bit. Let's pull up that VPVR and see where the next likely spot to stop would be. You do have a value area high right here, so maybe you take a, you take a quick trip down to about $9.80 before catching some support on that moving average right here. But that would be one level I would watch is about $9.80. I'll go ahead and put a level there, and then if you lose that, it would become very likely. Right? This is a POC itself, but on a different time frame. But if you lose this value area high, bearishly retest, you would likely be coming down to visit that point of control at about $9.41, right about here. But that first level is going to be right here at about $9.80. That is much more of a healthy pullback before a continuation to the upside. But if you lose that level, probably going to be a likely stop, potentially down to about $9.60. If not, probably going to be a quick move down to about $9.42. But other than that, yeah, again, your daily money flow coming up. Your weekly is printed that and confirmed that green dot here, so you do have some room to come to the upside. And then looking at this macro time frame here, basically a giant volume gap all the way up to about $15. So if we can potentially get Bitcoin to move to the top of its range, you could potentially see this thing come all the way up to, upwards of about $15. And that is if Bitcoin decides to behave. So there you go. Gonna shout out to Nate. He says, "Have a great night, Frankie and Mrs. Candles." Thank you so much. But there you go. That would be the levels I would watch on here. And let's go ahead and check on XRP real quick, guys. Bada boom. Here we go. Binance. Actually, let's pull up a different chart here. Actually, let's pull up our actual chart. Bada bing, bam, boom, bing, bang, boom. Boom. Here we go. Okay. Beautiful. All right, so weekly VWAP coming to the downside. This has been happening on XRP for a while now. This is likely going to be where you see this thing cool off a bit. Now, if you guys remember, we were looking at XRP when it was printing this daily bull div. This is why I was just saying to watch them. I forget what coin we were actually just looking at that I saw this on. But here's an example of what a barely day div. Guys, I don't know why I am talking backwards. I almost said a barely day div. A barely day div, I just said. Somebody fix my brain. A daily bear div, right? So you have your high and your higher high with your high and your lower high right here, right? And this is for the people who are new or maybe don't understand divergences or whatever it may be. But this is, we were looking at this starting to form at these highs, and then it resulted in a move to the downside of about 18%. So when you see these daily bear divs, they are pretty good bets that price is going to at least come down a little bit. And again, we didn't come down and absolutely nuke to zero, but we just got a somewhat of a decent pullback before we can continue up a little bit higher. So I just wanted to point that out for anybody who did not see that. Great show as usual. Any thoughts on Polygon? We will take a look at Matic right after this. Frankie needs to go and see Mrs. Candles. You guys are too funny. Yes, ETH, and I came late, obviously. I'm going to have to rewind this and check it. Check it out. Shout out to Chusei. Thank you for being here, man. Jonathan Schaefer says, we out of here, you Goomba. Shout out to Jonathan Schaefer. Thank you, bro. But yeah, continuing on here with that bear div obviously bringing us down. Where can we go from here? Now, we've obviously seen this daily bear div bring this momentum wave all the way down to the downside. Now, what I would be looking for here, guys, what I would be looking here for XRP is a beautiful trigger wave, a potential trigger wave to form here on the daily time frame. If we get a trigger wave, something like this, as that VWAP comes up and we get a tiny little trigger wave here, it could prime us for a big move to the upside. But we have to wait and see what that weekly VWAP does, because if it crosses to the downside, it's likely we'll at least get maybe a week of sideways bearish action. But again, looking for that daily trigger wave. Money flow in the green, kind of coming out, but nothing really too alarming. Taking a look at that 4-hour, let's see, taking a look at that 4-hour, kind of just flat with the VWAP, probably looking to cool off here at some point. What are some key levels I would be watching if we do cool off? I would be watching this level here at about 47 cents, or about 47.5 cents. I would potentially be watching that level for a pullback. And if we lose that level, guys, we do have somewhat of a big volume gap. And that could actually wind up having a slip all the way back down to about 46, almost, about 46 cents. But we'll have to wait and see what happens. But we just want to be aware that there is a bit of a volume gap here between, these prices that we're at now and about 46 cents. Our point of control is at that level here when looking at this range of candles. So if we lose this value area high, it could be likely that we come back down and test that point of control. So there you go. There is XRP. Oh, God, they're trying to push me out of my own show. Yeah, okay, we're going to take a look at ETH real quick, guys, and then we're going to spin that wheel, and then... You guys are killing me. All right, we're going to take a look at ETH, and then we are going to spin that wheel and get the heck out of here so I can go give Mrs. Candles the birthday hug that she deserves. Everyone tell Frank bye. You guys are awesome. You guys are too funny. Thanks, Frank. Have a good night, Mrs. Candles. Shout out to you guys. You guys are too much. Okay, real quick, just checking ETH, guys. Although ETH does look very similar to Bitcoin, we're just going to take a look here for fun. Okay, so on the weekly time frame, going to break it down here speed-wise, guys. Looking to print that green dot on the weekly time frame here pretty soon with your big momentum wave, with your higher low, looking like a bullish setup to me. And then hopefully we can get a decent move to the upside. And then working our way down those higher daily time frames. Momentum is looking pretty good. Green dot on your 4-day, green dot on your 3-day with your confirmed yellow X. You want to remember that. But your green dot on the 3-day and your 2-day also looking pretty good. Now, you did get this nice little bull div on Ethereum right here on your 2-day with your lower lows and your higher lows here. Not the strongest divergence, but it did give you a nice little pop to the upside. Money flow in the green on the 2-day, not looking too bad. Money flow coming up on the daily, looking similar to Bitcoin. Gonna look at the 4-hour real quick. Money flow looking very similar to Bitcoin. Coming to those lower time frames, trying to get that immediate thought of what's going to happen in the immediate short term. There you go. Let's see. VWAP coming up. Money flow kind of coming out. Your 12-minute has your money flow generally coming out, and your 15-minute money flow starting to roll off here with your 4-hour looking to print that red dot. So honestly, guys, Ethereum looking very, very similar to Bitcoin. Now, what are some of the levels I am watching? Let me go ahead and show you if I can just get rid of this VPVR. If it lets me delete it, that would be nice. No, it just won't let me delete it. I can't delete the VPVR, guys. Oh, no. Well, now it's gone forever. What is going on here, guys? Why? Okay, somebody's trying to kick me off. But with that being said, let's see here. Ooh. Yeah, I don't know if I would call it somewhat of a bearish divergence here on the 15-minute for Ethereum. But again, some levels I would watch. 1321 going to be a strong level to the downside, and then 1300 even going to be another strong level to the downside. However, we know I am leaning a slightly bit bullish. Obviously that 4-hour red dot is printing on Bitcoin, so we are expecting somewhat of a short-term pullback, but I am leaning a little bit bullish. So if we get a move to the upside, 1342, 1354, and 1364 are going to be the next levels that I am watching as resistance to the upside. And yeah, with that being said, guys, I think we're going to have to go ahead and move on to that wheel because I am running out of time here. Hopefully, what is going on? Is my computer broken? Why? What is going on? Okay. Let's see. Wheel. Why can't I type? What is going on? Why is this happening to me, guys? Why is this? Someone's hacking me. Somebody is hacking me. What I don't, guys, I don't know what's going on. Something strange is happening here. Let me close some stuff here. Let me close some things here. Okay. Can we, am I allowed to type now? What is going on? What is this? I don't even know what this is. Guys, I'm getting trolled live. Guys. Frankie Candles goes down. He's getting trolled live. Yeah. Okay. I guess I'm going to have to, like, go into, yeah. All right. Let me cut to my face cam real quick. Let me try to fix this, guys. Yeah. I don't know what is going on. I'm just going to go ahead and, we're going to just go through the history here. We're going to do this old school way. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Bing, bong. Come on. Okay, here we go. History. Here we go. All right, here. Where's that wheel? Come on. Wow, that's a lot of YouTube videos. Okay, let's see. Looking for the wheel of pain and pleasure. Oh, there it is. All right, there we go. See, you can't stop me. You can take the keyboard away from Frankie Candles, but you can't take the Frankie Candles away from keyboard. Is that what I wanted to do? Is that what I meant? I don't know if that's what I meant. But let's go ahead. Yeah, you can't get around me. You can take my keyboard away, but you can't take the wheel away from the CandleMafia. You cannot take the wheel away from the CandleMafia. They're getting those giveaways, whether the universe wants them to get it or not. Here we go. Lag. There we go. Boom. Bada boom, baby. We're back in action. We're back in the action. Let's go. All right, here we go. Not brought to you by Paramount, guys. Not brought to you by the Handmaid's Tale. All right, but let's go ahead and spin that wheel. What do we got? We were going for 450. Did we hit it? We only got 370. If we get 450 likes by the time I'm done spinning this wheel, I will go ahead and give the CandleMafia 15 spins on that wheel. So smash that like button if you have not already. We got 3 spins. It's going to have to happen really quick. Now we got 1 more spin left. Shout out to Chemistry, bro. Yeah, I have no idea what is going on with my computer right now. But this is that's called fate, Frankie. Yeah, everybody is trying to get me off, even my computer. Let's go. 400 likes. I will sign off, guys. Spin, baby, spin. Let's go. Nobody touched the like. He's got to leave. Hashtag we tried. Shout out. Yeah, guys, it's so hard. It's so hard. But let's see. All right, we got 380 likes. I'll give you guys one more spin. Last spin. Here we go. 3 giveaways. This wheel doesn't lie. This wheel likes to give people giveaways. Let's go. Come on. Give them another one. Let's go, guys. We're 4 for 4 on a Monday. Starting it off strong. Let's go. Start off with 4 giveaways. Shout out to the Candle Mafia. Guys, with all that being said, I think that's all the time I got for tonight. I can hear Mrs. Candles singing happy birthday to herself, so I got to go run and light those candles for her because, guys, what's a birthday cake without a little candle? And without a little bit of Frankie Candles, right? So shout out to Mrs. Candles. Happy birthday. Guys, before I sign off, I just want to let me just check real quick. I know we got to go. But guys, we are super close to 30K subscribers on YouTube. Absolutely insane. I feel like I do this every time we hit every time we pass we get 5,000 subscribers. I feel like I say something about this. But 30K is a pretty big milestone, in my eyes at least. I never thought we would grow like this. We are now at 29,914. So get ready. If we are at 30K tomorrow, guys, it's going to be a really fun stream. And maybe I will give away some stuff at the end. But guys, shout out to everybody who watched tonight. I appreciate every single one of you more than you can imagine. I hope you guys learned something. I hope you got some insight into the markets. Again, leaning a little bit bullish. I do think we could get that move to the upside. And now you guys know the literal levels that we need to lose in order for me to lose my bullish sentiment and become bearish. So as long as we stay above that value area low of 18,825, I'm expecting further moves to the upside, or to at least just range within where we're at right now. And with all that being said, I seriously got to go get Mrs. Candles. I love each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for supporting the channel. And thanks for killing the trades, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Same place, same time. That's all the time I got for tonight. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong. Well, I just went to chat to be like, hey, guys, thanks for being here, like I always do, and just kind of, chat with you guys a little bit after the stream, but I forgot. Somebody rug pulled me on my keyboard, and I can't type. So shout out to the Candle Mafia. That's all the time I got for tonight. I'll see you guys tomorrow. This was your confirmation bing bong. So I guess there's nothing else to say but happy birthday, Mrs. Candles, and confirmation bing bong. Double confirmation bing bong. Somebody said, where's the after party at? Guys, the after party's at Debate Crypto. They're live right now, I think. Or maybe at 7:30. Go check them out. Give them some love. We love Debate Crypto. Tell them Frankie Candles loves them. And yeah, that's all I got. Second confirmation bing bong. See you guys tomorrow. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong.